Hey there, beautiful. It's Judy from Judy D Beauty, your Canadian beauty blogger, and I share my expertise on makeup, skincare, beauty, and lifestyle for us women 50 and better. And I tap into my 40 plus years in the beauty industry. On my last video, I had the absolute pleasure of interviewing one of my heroes, Lorna Vanderhaeghe. And she has been an absolute champion for women's health for actually decades. She has a new book out. So it is let's hold it up so you can see it, the Smart Woman's Guide to Hormones. So I wanted to share it with you because it's actually great. So I wanted to share it with you because it is fabulous. We all can go on Google if we have a question or something we're wondering about. And I know I go to the internet all the time looking up something. And after a while, I find that there's international sites, there's Canadian sites, and there's different measures for different medications and different vitamins and things. And then after a while, I find that some of the sites are the same. It's like they've just copy and pasted the same article. And then you have to wonder, how do those relate to me? And what do I trust? And even though there's, some very, very reputable sites, and some that are incredibly scientific, and then they go into different studies, and then I'm looking up what certain words are because I'm not a doctor, and it gets a little confusing at times. And then next thing you know, I've spent hours and hours researching something. This little handy guide here, it's all done for us through Lorna. I want to share with you why I love it so much. So what it is, as you go through it, there are different areas that she addresses. So the one here, for example, is hormone havoc. It's not just estrogen or progesterone. There's so many different hormones that are involved, and there are different things that we do to ourselves that can cause havoc with our hormones. For example, I'll just read out a couple. Do I dye my hair with dark colored dyes? Hello, that's me. I wear dry cleaned clothing. Yeah. So there's all kinds of things like nail polish. A lot of nail polishes contain very, very harmful products in them. So there's a lot of checklists that, sometimes we don't even think about that we do that can really cause havoc with our health. And then there's thyroid issues that often we can even go to our doctors and get blood work, and it's getting low, but they won't do anything about it. And they really, not to knock doctors because they do try their best, but we can be crawling and dragging ourselves around before anything is done about it, but we don't have to wait till we get to that point. There are things that can be done, and so Lorna addresses that. And symptoms that you would never think of that are hormone related. There's pages and pages. I don't know if I can put that up there for you, but you would never attribute to hormones. There's different, whether you have an excess or a low of certain hormones that would be attributed to these conditions. So it's very interesting. And then what to do about it, and real solutions of how to address these problems naturally through food and through different there's bioidentical hormones, there's natural supplements, but without having to resort to medications, especially right away. So anyway, and there's different things that the doctor probably won't tell you, but you can do this first, and then where to find the doctors. She actually has phone numbers and websites that you can go to. It's not a vague guideline. It's actual concrete information. And then there's exact foods to eat. For example, in this little section here, it's foods that will balance estrogen and then foods that will inhibit bad estrogen. So it's, like I said, exact information. It's not vague. Sexuality, she doesn't shy away from sex, so that's interesting. And then pages and pages and pages of references, so you can double check where she's getting her information from. She lists everything, and then it's a very easy index at the back here. So if you have a question that you or an issue that you want to look up quickly, you don't have to go through the whole book to try to find it. It's written here, and the whole thing is written in very relaxed, an easy style, just the way as if you would be talking to her, very conversationally. It's not, there's scientific information in here, but it's not written where you can't understand it. It's an easy read, it's a quick read, and it's very easy to find information if you want to find it. And I would highly recommend that you get one for yourself, of course, but it's for everyone. She says on the cover here, hormones from teens to seniors. So it's not just for older women like myself. It is for women of any age. So if you have, of course, buy one for yourself, like I said, but if you have a girlfriend, if you have, a relative, if you have someone who is in good health and wants to keep their good health, and if you have someone who's struggling with their health, I would, love to see you have this give this as a gift to them. So I want you to remember that you are beautiful inside and out, and that you matter.